Smash Con. That's kind of a crazy. That is a crazy statistic.
Only one player in this
That's
pool
like a trick question.
has won a Super Smash Con.
Only one player in this pool has won a Smash Con. It's the last seed.
Maybe only one player in this tournament?
Polish. I mean, okay, so coming into some of these Smash World Tour pools, like there are definitely players that like you look at them and you're like, dude, this player kind of feels underseeded. Like I remember I saw Facial was 3rd seed.
Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't look right. Facial is gonna pop off, and sure enough, he got 3rd. I think Polish, you know, could be a that could be happening a little bit with Polish. I think Polish is insane. And yeah, I mean, obviously SmashCon didn't have like all of the heavy hitters. This, you know, for in particular the melee side of things, but still, dude. Polish is super good. Yeah. Super duper good.
I mean, right off the bat in this match, there's been like five or so nairs from Polish that Hungrybox is moving really far forward for some reason, and running into these nairs, and it's not even being contested. So it's like almost a pretty clean stock for Polish so far.
He just knit. Oh, he tried to combo the turn, but no fair. Yeah, he's got some tricky stuff. HBox already finding himself on the back foot. Ooh, flies headfirst into a turnip. Yeah. Oh, I love fair into grab. You know, it's always scary. I actually think that that's the scariest option Peach has. I think a lot of Peaches will usually default to doing, you know, fair into jab or fair into 2 jabs. Yep. And they'll kind of like make sure that you'll actually hold your shield before they go into grab. I think going from fair directly into grab early in a set will catch a lot of people off guard, because a lot of people are used to how most Peaches just go for jabs.
And I mean, I think it's kind of like confirming, but really you're at an advantage with the fair on shield, like just frame-wise, so why not?
Frame-wise, exactly, exactly. Like, to dodge it, they can't really shield grab you. They would have to like, they would have to spot dodge or something or roll, right?
And you know, Hungrybox seems like he's trying to find some footing like lower underneath Peach, like more on the ground and in the center, so maybe that's like a quick and early positional adjustment.
And he's been warming up for like the last hour or two at least with Laud.
Laud, yeah.
Like he's definitely not you know, he's not cold. Like he's been playing Laud nonstop on that TV over there, so yeah, maybe Polish just bringing a little bit of a different style. Whoa! Wow. What a recovery with the forward air.
Yeah, that's one of those things, is like Puff is one of the characters that can actually contest Peach just flying back to the stage, and if you can't do an up air, wow, that's ballsy. Yeah. No, you can still make it back.
Yeah, I mean, at 144, you know, you go for it because you got a lead. You're probably going to get KO'd anyway if you don't make a bold play. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Polish.
The damage keeps just piling on, and Hungrybox is getting like stray hits, but there actually hasn't really been any big hit for Hungrybox this entire game, and it's been, I mean, 2.5 minutes so far.
Dude, Polish looks crazy at this. I mean, this is what people kept telling me. People were like, I'm telling you, man, this guy beats the snot out of Michael.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, look, I just think Hungrybox is a different beast, but right now, being forced to swallow my words here.
It is still early.
It is definitely still early in the set. Yes. But I mean, that conventional game plan, you know, back in the day, what I always heard from all the Puff players and from the Peach players, especially the Peach players,
the Peaches, yeah.
Especially the Peaches, was, you know, Puff can just back air for free and Peach can't really contest that. And so if they play the, oh my god. Oh,
yeah, there's that. And that up air in this particular matchup is the kill option for Peach. It can kill pretty darn early, like around 100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen several so far.
Yeah, we've definitely seen at least 2, so.
Yeah.
Wow, naring out of the combo.
I guess
maybe you get a stitch?
Several.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Lord.
And another up air.
Oh my god. Yeah, this first game is probably over.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, like, if there's a Peach coming from under you with an up air, all you can really do is get out of the way. What are you going to do? Try to dare them there or something? On
the flip side, and look at that. Hungrybox just drifting right into the up air. I mean, on the flip side, I was going to say, Puff definitely has superior drift in the air, just better overall air mobility side to side than Peach. Yeah, so you should be able to kind of position yourself away from those up airs and just drift out of the way. But right there, we see Hungrybox just holding full in and drifting right into the up air. So if he's not gonna, you know, mix up how he actually uses that air mobility, then Polish is going to continue to find those up airs.
Yeah, I kept getting this impression that Hungrybox like just really wanted to hit him. Like he was not holding ground hardly ever. It was almost all forward momentum from Hungrybox that I saw so far. And I mean, this is a matchup where conventionally Puff's goal is to frustrate Peach, right?
Yes.
And that can take a long, slow, grueling thing. I mean, Hungrybox is no stranger to that, right?
Definitely, and I think that's why he's taking him to Dreamland.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, you've definitely got to be down to play the long game as the Puff here. Peach, like, can... I mean, I think Peach overall, like, will probably kill a little bit earlier on average just because, you know...
Puff's so light.
Puff's light, you know, and you've got, especially if you hit with unders, but on the flip side, with Puff, you know, if you're playing your cards right, it should be tough for them to get in, and that's where you really got to make your money.
An early sign that I think is good for Hungrybox is a lot of those nairs, especially in the first stock last game, but really throughout the whole game that Polish has been doing, we're catching Hungrybox after takeoff. But that time Hungrybox just like continued to stay in shield even after the jabs, was no longer panicking, and so the nair didn't connect.
Right.
Was able to turn it around.
Yeah, just holding on shield a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just been a game of interceptions for Polish. Like, there's another one with the nair. I bet Hungrybox wanted to drift all the way in and get center stage and sort of land to be able to threaten with something, but there was a nair there waiting on the way down.
Right, but he can mix them up.
Yes, yes.
Oof. Coming out of shield a little preemptively there. You know, we were praising his patience, kind of waiting in the shield for the nair last time, but this time he just kind of jumps into it, gets counter hit.
I guess you kind of have to show both, right? Or else...
Right, if they catch on, they could go for grab. But, you know, there's always the risk-reward factor of, like, is grab going to actually KO? And on Dreamland, a lot of the time the answer is no.
Yeah, usually it's not, right? And Hungrybox, I think, is particularly good at, I guess, following that idiom of, like, take the throw, but in more cases than just on grabs. Like, if it's something that's going to do one hit, barely anything, and Hungrybox has the opportunity to gain a big advantage, you'll see that over and over again, even if it doesn't work out that regularly.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's playing the long game, the long risk reward.
Oh my god. Oh, he covered that arrow. He drifted with him the entire way. That was kind of sick. Oof. Still, though, getting hit by some of these nairs on the way in.
Yeah, I think part of it is Puff's aerials are kind of slow. Like, the fastest one's, like, nair, frame 6 or something?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peach definitely has faster aerials overall.
Yeah, so when they... And Polish is so, like, quick to quickly change, especially vertically. Like, the jump's not that slow. And so you get right next to Puff and you get your arrow out first, you usually end up winning it. Seems like that's been a big part of the match so far. But here on Dreamland, we're still pretty close.
Oh, wow. Big nair there.
Another nair.
HBox has yet to really look like the better player this game. I gotta tell you. He's been kind of fighting on the back foot most of the time.
I want to see how Polish gets down. Okay, kind of just floats down.
He makes he does a little stall in there though for a second, right? He just tricks up his timing a little bit. And that's enough.
And the thing is, I guess going to the top platform is pretty good because each of Puff's subsequent jumps
gets worse and worse.
Is like less and less distance. So by stalling and making Puff use more jumps to sort of threaten the top platform, there's less risk. Okay, up smash is going to finish it.
Yeah, that was a sick drill up smash.
Yeah. And that's got to be one of the usual kill confirms. We saw 0 in game 1.
Yeah, we didn't even see HBox really going for that many drills in the first place.
I mean, part of the reason might just be that any time a drill would have come, it was met by a nair. Because the nairs were all over the place. It almost, I mean, it's against the traditional matchup knowledge, but it almost feels like Polish is kind of suffocating HBox with these nairs.
Yeah, and right there, that's exactly what HBox needs to do. He needs to bear at angles where, like, the bear can hit, and he's not in danger from getting hit by the nair. But a lot of trades right now, and I feel like they're working out in Polish's favor.
Yeah, the queen of trades is Peach, right?
It is a tale as old as time, but that's what they say.
The princess of trades, I guess, is more fitting.
Yeah. I mean, she's really the queen, though.
But there's no queen or king,
no, like,
so
she must be just kind of the queen back home. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, we need to break down the political structure of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, in Sumo RPG there was a chancellor. But, but I don't really know what that is, to be honest with you.
It's something official.
Oh,
okay,
my
Bear.
God. And it KOs!
And I feel like...
Bear, not a typical KO move, I will say.
No, not at all. And I feel like Hungrybox was coming forward to get underneath of Peach, where Peach is kind of weak. But the way Polish, like, uses the double jump to maneuver through the air is able to, like, despite the somewhat slow aerial acceleration of Peach, put a back air in just the right spot.
Yeah, and it was a retreating back air, too,
yes.
Which is going to make it a little bit better at beating other moves out. Pulling away with the hurt box.
Because of interpolation.
Up smash? That must be the word. That sounds like... that was so scientific sounding, I think it had to have been the word.
It is now, if it wasn't before. Wait, are we maybe going to time? There's 3 minutes left.
No. I mean, we're not even really on pace.
No, we're not. Wow, that bear hits higher than you think, too, sometimes.
Yeah. HBox contesting that airspace with a lot of nair. And looking for that up tilt. Up tilt would be huge, right? If you can get up tilt rest for sure.
That turns the whole game around. Air dodge down. I felt like that's on purpose. Usually when air dodge is an accident, but that was a pretty quick retreat to the bottom level.
Yeah. I like that drill grab attempt. Ooh, that could have been some damage. If you get one of those back airs, he could have gotten 2 or 3 more potentially.
Yeah, there's the thing is, like, there was a moment before on the side where I could have sworn Polish was going to go for an up air, but instead was prudent enough to just run back towards the center, take some space with Bear, and all of a sudden Hungrybox was in an awkward position where he was trying to find his way back to the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, the Nair missed.
Oh, that's it! The jab reset is exactly what Hungrybox needed. I actually wasn't even sure if that would... Puff's jab is pretty weak.
Yeah.
So, well, even at 64 after the hit, even a floaty character like Peach Cheese, look at his eyes. He had to sweat for that. Oh my God, that was a grueling game.
Yeah, literally wiping the sweat from his brow. There's a pop-off too from one game.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I think going down 2-0 against Polish here would be devastating.
Yeah, that's hard.
Just the way Polish has been playing. I don't, we were kind of remarking on this in the Zane pool, how some of these players, Zamu, Akla, would look really good against Zane in game 1, but then start to get figured out, right?
Yeah.
I have yet to feel like that's happened in Hungrybox's favor. I've yet to feel like the winds of tide have really started blowing in his way. The winds of favor.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, the tides of something.
The tides of favor.
The tides of favor.
The winds of tides.
The winds of tide, that's right. Because winds do cause waves, That's really what that is. That and gravity, the gravitational pull of the moon. I know things.
Wow, big science over here.
Up air is going to kill it. 109. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think it's overstated that the ceiling's it's not really that high.
It's it's the second highest, but when you compare it to Dreamland, it's really nothing at all. So much lower than Dreamland. And I mean, Peach's up air is a really strong move.
Yeah, especially in a matchup like this where you're as light as Puff, and it is a go-to KO move. If Puff's trying to come down on the top, and Polish is good at those like sub-float really quick up airs, it just makes it super unsafe for Hungrybox to even try to trade with Peach close to the ground. Such a common option. Okay, yeah, and there's that back air, and you can hear the double jump right before to change the aerial momentum. It's kind of like how Amsa would with Yoshi, right? Quickly change the aerial momentum with the double jump.
You like stall a little bit. It was funny. I was commentating Guilty Gear this week, and someone was remarking on how some characters in that game can kind of trip up. They'll jump in the air, and then they'll use Leo will use jump dust to stall himself for a moment before he plunges down.
Yep.
And how it's so much harder to anti-air characters that have an option like that.
Yep.
Across all
really
games,
is.
basically. Yeah.
I play Millia, so I'm very familiar with doing that to people.
There you go. Yeah. You got the Rose.
We've got Capel. Yeah.
Yeah. Cap. That's what it's called. I just call it
the Rose. Everyone knows what you mean.
I don't even know my own character's special move names.
What character?
Ram.
Oh, no,
someone said Sabrabato got nerfed. I was like, oh, they nerfed her super. Then I looked it up. I was like, oh, it's that move.
I call the one Motorboat, right? I don't know what it is. Or Batu or something.
Yeah. Why do you call it
Motorboat? It just kind of looks like it if you dyslexia it enough.
Oh, the word itself. Yeah, got it.
No, not that the move looks like that.
Yeah. Man, Polish again, just up basically a stock. I mean, I'll just say it's a stock, right? It's a stock and one aerial.
It's a stock, and this matchup especially. That's the thing is, people say often that a stock's not a lead, and a matchup like Peach Puff, a stock is very much a lead. It is a big lead.
Yeah. But I mean, Hungrybox with a nice chain of bears, and the recovery does get bared. Okay, wow.
Oh, stock wasn't that much of a lead. All right.
As it turns out, wow.
Commentator's curse, I guess. Got to prove me wrong. Yeah, that movement on the ground, I think, is tricky from Polish because it looks like Polish wants to come forward with another one of those nairs and then quickly backs up. And that way, if Hungrybox decides to try to drift in with a back air or something, Polish has been able to quickly turn around with the double jump turnaround. I don't know what to call it on the ground. And then punish that. That wasn't going to hit, right?
Not the
spot touch didn't matter.
Yeah. Where did turnip go?
Turnip down.
Gone.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if it's not worth pulling 2 or 3 more turnips, right? Because I don't know, you might get a bomb. You might get a beam sword. You might get a stitch face.
Yeah.
You might not. You probably won't. But I don't know. I feel like you just...
Maybe we'll see it on a bigger stage. Because I feel like Polish has really been prioritizing dragging bears and nairs up and down the central column of the middle of the stage.
Well, I just meant when he was asleep as the rest punish. Right? Pull through. You got some time. Pull through 4 turnips.
Optimal, sure.
I don't know. Maybe you don't get anything. Maybe Polish understands the intricacies of the RNG so well.
Yeah.
That he just, oh, well, there you go. There's the stitch right there.
It's like buying 2 lottery tickets instead of 1.
That's right.
Still no chance.
Let me tell you, this is a lottery ticket for, okay, he does throw it. The threat has been defused. Yeah, that could have gotten super dicey. You're always scared when Peach has a little bit of a lead and she pulls a stitch. It's like this could go so many bad ways.
I'm kind of impressed that grab actually grabbed Polish from under the platform crouching.
From under
really
the platform, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to really know the grab box.
Polish had to have been waiting. I think he was waiting for the platform to send just a hair more and then down smash. Oof, just like that.
Yeah, down smash in there or something.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait, what a clutch air dodge. Oh my goodness! Ooh. Polish barely getting out of that one. That was like perfectly timed. You cannot buffer that. You actually have to. You have to time that. That is really kind of crazy from him. Oh, he's catching Hungrybox coming down from these platforms.
That was definitely an up air time.
Dude, one more nair like that, he's gonna.
It's so close. It's so close to killing.
Up air for sure.
Yeah, up air for sure kills.
Oh, I thought the forward was coming out. Holy smokes. Okay, wait a second. HBox has him to the wall. Big Bear. Just to get, honestly, just the stage control is so important right now.
It really is.
Whoever has stage control is in so much less danger of dying and has so much more. Oh my goodness.
Oh, almost competed to up air. You saw that?
The up air out. Just in case, right? Oh, he rolls with it.
Oh, he covers it.
Oh,
he used a super slow float and is just staring down Hungrybox rolling, reeling back with the crown in hand.
Wow. Yeah, Polish is insane at this matchup. I have yet to feel watching this that I don't know, like since game 1 I was like, I don't know, I feel like Polish just looks a little more ready. I still feel that way.
Yeah, it still feels like Hungrybox is the one who is struggling to make up ground.
Like he's got to make plays. It feels like Polish has the matchup down and Hungrybox has to make plays to win, which he did game 2 and he almost did with that rest game 3.
Okay.
Jeez.
But on FD, and those fairs above Polish have already stuffed out like 3 or 4 things. So that could be huge.
Yeah, just not having... I mean, Polish was using the platforms to kind of mix up how he lands and make himself hard to anti-air.
And here's the counterplay. That Peach's dash attack hitting high enough that some of those like low aerials from Puff have been trading or losing the dash attack. And that's happened twice already this stock. So that must be the counter to those fairs and bears that are really low to try
where he just puts it up there.
Yeah. So that Peach can't like take off herself. Yeah,
Polish, again, just super, like a really superb level of preparation here. I wonder who, maybe Toussaint. Toussaint's here as well, so he might have warmed up with Toussaint. All of the players here basically warming up with, and then you got Match and Ginger who have to warm up with each other. Yep. But, you know, I don't think they care. They're buds.
And I mean, I think that situation needs to go better for Hungrybox. If he just flying back, it almost felt like free that Polish made it back. I mean, no %, but point stands. There needs to be at least some pressure on Polish. And even if you force Peach to the ledge, that's a big win.
It does feel like Hungrybox at his best. He's doing a better job. Yeah, just keeping the Peach at bay there.
Yeah. I mean, the word's control, and it feels like Hungrybox doesn't have it as much as he might need to.
Honestly, in terms of stage control, I often feel like it is Polish that has center stage, and Hungrybox is kind of fighting inward from the outskirts of the stage, especially on that FOD game. Final station a little bigger, the dynamics a little different, but...
And in a matchup like this, too, that could be 2 or 3 less aerials that lead to a KO.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, positioning so important for, like, where or what percents you're really in danger of getting KO'd.
Okay, like a counter hit there on the way back, reversal. Bear above, exactly even.
Yeah. Very, very close game here. Ooh, that could have been a whiff punish on that running grab from HBox.
That or poker a little ear.
Oh, I like that. I like him. It looks like he's trying to jump up there, bait the falling aerial, like the falling down air from Polish, and then kind of punish it on the way down with either an up air or a bear, like that. So he's going up there after her, and then trying to descend with her to hit her with an aerial.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, that might make it a little more challenging for Polish to know exactly when to do those anti-air aerials.
Yeah, it actually took so much work for Polish to get back on the stage. That's more like what I wanted to see from H. It didn't work out, but it worked much more what I want to see from HBox. Wavelands and stuff? Yeah. Wow. They're getting tricky with it. I guess without the platforms, you feel like you have to. Yeah, a little bit of, it's a lot of double jump nairs and different orientations.
Yeah.
Just try to at least trade. Get an air dodger. I'm still using that down air. But you're right, yeah, after a down air, Hungrybox goes just high enough that they want a down air and is able to get a punish out.
Yep. And that has been, looks like, at least this game, that's been the ticket.
For sure. I mean, it's made such a huge difference. And also just weaving around dash attack now. So, come to think of it, that was the same jump that we saw at the beginning of the game with Fair or Bear that was stopping Polish from jumping, but instead does a second jump upward to the side. Polish still does the dash attack that was beating that situation before, but Hungrybox, of course, he's no longer in the way.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I don't know if you feel this way too. Where the whole set felt like Polish was in control, maybe it's FD, but it feels like it's turned around.
Yeah, definitely.
Last stock and a half.
Feels like HBox, at least he has the, it feels like he has the ability to kind of bait moves out of Polish and then punish them.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of just kind of swinging for the fences.
I mean, it's definitely a new take on the matchup, as opposed to just the pure suffocation that supposedly was so free years ago.
That's going to be a drill up smash. Yeah, that'll KO. Peach very floaty.
I can't help but wonder if up air would have hit and killed on that nair missed before.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You can't know, though, exactly where HBox is going to go. That's the whole point. Throws the turnip up, a safe place to retreat, and catches it, saving time. Okay. Yep. Still a whole stock down. Somehow this lead feels even bigger than the other full stock lead on the fountain game.
Yeah, definitely.
Something else to mention about this tournament structure in particular is the game count does matter for seeding.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it depends on if the sets play out such that game count is required, of course, but...
Yeah. We saw it in the first pool where Gatsu barely made it over Aqua, right?
Yeah, yeah. Control grab here. Hungrybox looking like a new player in this game 4.
That's the first time that bear has hit in a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Polish. Kicks the turnip out of the way. I like that.
I think HBox also in neutral, just spending a lot more time up in the air. And I think that's working out for him really well. Like using a lot of just double jump and like double, triple, quadruple jump in neutral.
What I'm worried about, now that you mentioned that, is that that's not going to be, depending on the stage pick, as powerful when Polish has the ability to sort of stretch HBox's need to use more jumps in order to chase Polish around because Polish is so quick on those platforms.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That might be an FD specific thing. We'll see.
I'm sure it'd be like have some effect on Stadium too.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, they haven't played on Stadium yet. I feel like Stadium's got to be the counter pick. Just because if...
Not Yoshi's?
Yoshi's potentially... I don't know. I'm just feeling like with Stadium, you've got the up air as a threat for the ceiling being relatively low. But, oh no, he is indeed good at Yoshi. So, well, ceiling's even lower here. But that being said, this stage is so much smaller. But also, right, with the top platform, this might be what Polish needs. It does seem like he does really well in those 3 platform stages.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the way his Peach plays in particular, I mean, especially in this matchup when it's against Rest, yeah.
Man, he's good at getting that air dodge, though. Polish is really good at getting that air dodge.
Okay, he's trying to control that same spot. I guess was predicting Hungrybox to want to go to the top platform with that nair. It didn't work out. I wonder if HBox has a habit like that Polish recognized.
Yeah.
Nair on the way back, too. On a stage like this with the Peaches, this was like the raw knockback of Peach's moves. I mean, Puff dies like super early, even to like fair in there. And jockeying for position.
Oh.
That time HBox just continues to wait. It feels like so many times when HBox waits, and then the second choice is to wait more, HBox is winning.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's actually like, that happens in different ways in a lot of matchups, but yeah, a lot of the time you'll see situations that can be described like that.
Yeah. It feels really pronounced because everything's like a little slower in this matchup.
Right.
Yeah.
You really notice it. You really notice kind of the gravity of the moment.
Or the lack of gravity where they float.
Or the lack of gravity considering they're floating is correct. Yeah. Oh, what an up air! It's like a whiff punish on the nair that Polish tried to throw out catching Hungrybox. Kind of, honestly, another variation of what exactly you were talking about.
Okay, now Polish has the stage, but like going a little bit more forward than I remember seeing at the beginning.
Yeah.
And HBox is sort of, I don't know, running through, drifting through.
What a crazy turnip. There's a crazy turnip bounce there.
I mean, at this point, it's anyone's set. I can't call it anymore. I can't call it anymore.
Definitely. Polish back with stage control. That's one thing. Wow, that was a sneaky option. Hungrybox actually blocking the whole down smash.
Somehow the shield did not look like it protected that part. At the bottom. Okay, trade.
Yeah, Hungrybox I think pretty happy to trade right now just with the percent lead, but
I think Hungrybox has become really adept throughout this set at being aware of where the nair can be placed from the sort of like double jump reeling around, and has been working around it really well.
Yeah, honestly, it's bubble theory.
It's definitely bubble theory.
Definitely bubble theory. This could be a KO. Up air, not gonna KO. Ooh. Also, I think with the part of this also feels like it's Yoshi's story, but Hungrybox, it feels like Polish never knows when he can get away with pulling a turnip. Like even right there, he pulled a turnip on the side platform and immediately had to put his shield up. He's just like, oh, I can get back here. And he was very close to getting back here. It gets stitched though.
It drops.
It gets dropped.
You know, honestly, I kind of like the decision for Hungrybox to not tunnel vision and try to catch it and to go get the edge guard instead. Because the stock's a stock, right?
Stock
and
is a
you
stock.
have to believe in yourself that when Polish is in this poor position, you'll be able to finish it.
Right. Wow.
It does. Yeah, Polish stayed up there so long that Hungrybox is just exhausting the jumps little by little.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely still using a lot of jumps in the air. Just kind of as part of his general neutral strategy. Which makes it tricky to know like exactly when he's going to come in. Which double jump is he actually going to use? Not double, but which aerial jump is he actually going to use before he actually decides to go for his approach. Polish never really knows when he can turnip or even when he can use the turnip. Look at this, getting suffocated. Had to just drop the turnip, getting hit by an air.
Yeah, now trying to place up airs like kind of, I don't want to say obviously, but when you're behind by this much as Peach on a stage like this, I mean, it feels like you need to get that earliest possible kill. And
yeah.
That's something that a player like Hungrybox is going to know. Nair just
wow.
barely KOs, right?
It is a super strong move.
Yeah. Lots of knockback growth, I think.
Wow. Polish can grab the ledge there.
At 67 as Peach? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty low. Hungrybox here might have figured something out. Oh.
Okay, Nair to reverse the situation. I like how the pound sends Peach a little bit farther off the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, Polish not doing a bad job racking up damage, but he would like to ideally, wow, he needs more moves like that.
Yeah, and he really wanted to like wiggle around that platform with the double jump waveland and get an up air out in time, but just a little too slow.
Yeah.
Hungrybox able to drift in and trade.
Oh, he meant to turn around before the grab, I think. But there's an air. Hungrybox whiffing an up air. Oh yeah, my God. Oh, it lives.
And it's just the threat of the up air was so strong. Hungrybox could not let go of shield.
Yeah. It just would have been too devastating.
And honestly, it was hard to believe that if you told me at the beginning of that second jump that Polish could make it to the top platform and down smash in that same jump.
Yeah, it definitely looked. Wow. Okay, Polish again. In spite of that really low percent stock loss, he's keeping this super respectable. Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh my
goodness.
Even.
It's even. That nair actually almost killed. Holy smokes, Polish has come alive.
What is this stock?
Polish has to be there.
An up air! It does it! Polish won!
That's an up air! Hungrybox drifted into the up air. Oh
wow.
My God. Oh my, that last stock happened in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, every other stock took like 2 minutes, and that one was over less than one, for sure.
Holy,
the hits came so fast.
Well, I told you, only one of those players won a Smash Con. Only one of those players, man.
And only one of
those players won a Smash Con.
Only one of them has a win in Pool C of Smash World Tour East Coast right now.
The last seed in the pool, which is a crazy statement. NA East Smash World Tour, ridiculously stacked event.
Yeah, champion of the last big event.
Oh my God.